This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Ed Hodkinson writes in, have you ever misplaced a championship while traveling, like maybe left it behind in a town? If so, what did you do?
Absolutely not. That was the first thing and the last thing I checked for. Every time I would leave, that's like, that's your livelihood, and that's something that you knew if you left it behind anywhere, or if you just set it down and you weren't guarding it at all times, that could come up missing. That had some value back in the day. You don't think a wrestling fan would have loved to showed up at work with like one half the world tag straps or the world heavyweight title or television title? Talk about a conversation piece.
Absolutely.
So, again, that's why you had a Halliburton. You could lock it in there. If you would go back to your room and drop your bags off, you would always lock the title in your bag before you left the room, because you didn't know who was going to be watching outside. Kick your door open. You never check that title in a check bag when you were flying. You always carried it on, which meant you always had to open your bag and go through that aggravation. But if you were being used as a world champion, trust me, the fact that you had to haul the belt around was no inconvenience at all. It was an honor.
Bad Money Slim writes, Halliburton briefcases have been synonymous with wrestlers and the Horsemen. With that being said, what did you guys keep in them? And certainly the answer can't be just wrestling trunks.
Sorry to disappoint, but it's just a gear bag. And the reason everybody had those is you would go from territory to territory and you would only be there 6 months. You didn't, in those days, while you were climbing the ladder. And the whole theory for having Halliburton is because you could lock it.
Yep.
Put your valuables in there while you're in the ring. Not to say that you didn't trust anybody, but the fact is we're all human. You didn't know, you weren't there long enough to get to know anybody to the point of just being able to leave everything you had, your watch, your wallet, car keys, you name it. Other jewelry, guys that have made it. Some guys carried around a chunk of cash back in the day for whatever reason. I never did get that. But anyway, we're supposed to basically just to be able to lock it and take care of your valuables.
Bob Collins Jr. writes, did you get pissed when Bunkhouse Buck dumped champagne on you during your promo at Bash at the Beach 94?
Did it look like I got pissed?
Yes.
I don't know that I got pissed. I know that it hurt. It burned like hell.
Yeah, I think that's something that we fans, well, I guess anybody who's not been in that situation takes into consideration. Champagne in the eyes has to sting.
It does. It burns like hell. It's almost like you've got something in your eye that's like, alcohol or something. Not that kind of alcohol, like rubbing alcohol or something very foreign that shouldn't be in your eyes is in your eyes. And if you go back and look at any celebration with sports teams or whatever anybody's celebrating, they get champagne dumped on their head. You look like you just bit into a turd. Be honest with you, it burns like hell.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.